Hey everybody, the attempt is to pull a scope out of said box, mount it, level it, true it, zero it at 100 yards, and then take it to my 1100 yard target. Now I want to do all of that in 10 rounds or less. We're going to go ahead and shoot this video. It's going to be non-stop, whether it's 5 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes, we're going to do it. That way there's no cuts, no breaks, so we all know what's going on. So I'll be quick about it. First things first, I've got my rifle sitting here. The only thing I've done so far, brand new barrel in an old rifle, so effectively a brand new gun. Set of rings, I went ahead and torqued the rings to the rail, and now here's my level. The rifle itself is sitting here level. I've got my Acutac bipod holding it up in all the red spots. Life is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it right here, right now. Should be simple. I've mounted plenty of scopes in my life. This won't be the first one for sure. Again, I see it all the time. I see people throwing scopes on rifles and they put a bullet hole in something. They guess that it's 2 inches. They make 5 clicks. They end up burning an entire box of ammo and they're still not zeroed worth a damn. It just drives me nuts. So I'm not doing anything that anybody else hasn't done before. I just haven't seen it lately. So my way is somewhat field expedient and quick. So right, wrong, indifferent, this is how I've been doing it. I've shot a lot of matches. I've shot a lot of rifles, and this has always been true to me. Here we go, brand new scope in the box. Pull all this out. Arken 7-35 Gen 2 EP5. Get all this crap off of here. Again, I'm going to be kind of in a hurry here to show you guys that it's honestly a pretty simple deal. We'll just take that scope. We'll go ahead and drop it in the rings. I'm just going to figure it out for eye relief real quick. See how she looks. Which honestly, that's really good. Again, it's one of those deals. I've done this with so many rifles and so many scopes. You kind of have a pretty good idea of where your rings are going to lie on the action itself. Pretty simple. I could probably adjust these rings a little bit more to give myself a little bit more play, but truthfully, I don't know that I need to. For today's video, we're going to throw it on, we're going to zero it up, and we're going to get it done. Again, less than 10 rounds. Zero the scope. Shoot the rifle out to 1100 yards, less than 10 rounds. By the way, it's a 6.5 PRC. Threw the barrel on, I don't know, a couple hours ago. Here we go. These rings here, they're the titanium Arken rings. I bought a set with this scope. Supposed to torque them to 18 inch-pounds. Of course, in true Dale fashion, I left my damn torque wrench at home. So we're just gonna give them half an ugga-dugga, like that. Guarantee that's close enough for what I'm doing today. They're not gonna move. These rings are actually pretty solid and they grip pretty well. Alrighty. Well, you know what? Right out of the gate, I'm telling you this. I don't know that I have that. It's really close. I need to adjust this just a touch. For my, again, scope, rifle, it's all level. My crosshairs are just a little off. I mean, by a little, I mean, I could probably run and have no issues. It's actually about perfect right there. All right, scopes level, rifles level. Man, it looks good to the eye. I'm happy with that. Go ahead and retorque these screws real quick. Now, mind you, I said I'm going to zero this rifle. I, again, installed a barrel yesterday, got up this morning, or I say I installed the barrel this morning, And then I went ahead and got a little load data out of the Hornady book. I threw 61 grains of Staball HD at a 140 ELDM bullet. Pounded them home, got them loaded up. I have a box full of bullets now. I don't know if this is, I mean, this isn't a load. This isn't even, I mean, this is just me throwing powder at a bullet so that I can make a video today and break in the barrel. So we're going to go ahead and transition from here in just a minute to the tripod here so that we can actually record it. First thing I'm going to do is look down the barrel, point it at my target at 100 yards. I'm basically just going to do a rough bore sight on it real quick. Just to get it close. Of course, I got to find the darn thing. There we go. Aiming at the target. Let's see where I'm at here. It's actually pretty darn close. Alrighty. Rough bore sight. Okay. We're going to go ahead and transition over to our spotter, and then we're going to go ahead and throw some rounds downrange. Alrighty, here we go. Round number 1. We're all learning together today because, again, I've not even shot this. This is the first round down the pipe. Hope it don't blow my face off, everybody. Aiming at the center dot, right smack dab in the middle. See what we do here. Look at that. Now, this is where I see people get a little crazy and start just burning ammunition. Cold bore shot right there. I'm not going to necessarily adjust my scope yet. I got a little bit of heat in the suppressor. I got a little bit of heat in the barrel. So I'm going to put one more on paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move my crosshairs to the actual second bullet impact. So, point of aim, dead center again. Beautiful. All right, now is where I go ahead and adjust my scope to my bullet impact, meaning I am still at the exact same point of aim. I'm aiming in the center of the target, center dot. That bullet ends up being 6 or 8 inches high. So I'm going to aim back at the center dot, left hand. I'm going to move my reticle to the bullet hole, to the actual bullet strike. Now I'm going to move my windage over until the crosshair is bisecting the bullet hole. Okay? This next one here should be really damn close to a bullseye. But before I do it, I'm going to go ahead and start collecting a little dope. I want to put a few rounds down range. I want to get my chronograph rolling so that I can jump straight into building a profile and then shooting out to 1,000 yards. So I'm 2 rounds down. I'm 2 rounds down out of my 10 rounds to get to 1,100 yards. Here we go. Center dot. If that ain't as close to a bullseye as I'm ever going to get, I don't know what to tell you. So that is brand new barrel, installed on a rifle with a scope that came out of the box. Within 3 rounds, I just pumped the 1-inch dot. Now that was a really good trigger, and that was me a little premature here. Here we go. Here's shot number 5. at my 1-inch dot in the center. Bam. 3,003 feet per second. That gives me 5 rounds to get to 1,100 yards. I'm going to go ahead and get 3 rounds on the chrono. I'm going to put 1 more in that 1-inch dot in the center, and then we're going to make it happen. Just like that. That actually stacked on that last round. So I have 3 rounds in a 1-inch dot. I have 6 rounds total downrange. I have 4 rounds now to get to 1,100.